Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, in southwest Suffolk County on Long Island. And they serve the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri state area with everything you need to make sure that your home looks good, is working well, and of course, you're protected in case there is adverse weather, which we've had plenty of lately. You can contact them by calling them at 631 756 1125 for the best prices in town. And don't forget, they are Long Island's largest rock salt provider come this winter. The website, omnitruevalue.com. Well, if you looked at the satellite yesterday and then you didn't look at it and looked at it today, everything's about the same. We've got a spinning low off the coast, and you can see the swirl there that's sitting off the Delaware coast. It has hardly moved, and we're seeing the clouds going from east to west across southern New England, southeastern and southern New England, back up into northern New Jersey and Pennsylvania and parts of southern New York. So we continue to see these waves of rain that are coming in from the east. Now, at the moment, it seems that the rains offshore have diminished somewhat, but we still have some bands there. But there are heavier downpours, at least based on the radar at 10:30 this morning, in northwest New Jersey, northeastern and north central Pennsylvania, and also a patch moving out of south central PA down into central Maryland. We're gradually going to see the rain bands weaken and the intensity of the rains taper off a bit, but we'll just keep an eye for later this afternoon or this evening because of everything that's going on in the upper air. Don't be surprised if in some of these bands we get a little convection and there might be one or two thunderstorms in the mix. The rainfall has been substantial in central and southern New Jersey and points south, where many areas got at least half a foot of rain. I still haven't seen total rain amounts from either the Weather Service in Mount Holly for the southeastern PA and southern central New Jersey, nor have I seen anything with regards to rainfall amounts in and around the New York City, Long Island, and area in the Hudson Valley and into Connecticut. The rains there in total have been less, but it has relieved a lot of the drought, which is a good thing. And here's another look. This is the Dover radar, and you see the rains that are out offshore that are moving northwestward on this shot. We can look at the Fort Dix radar, and you'll see the same thing a little bit further north there. Oh, that's still Dover. My mistake. Let me re-click here. Let's go up to Fort Dix. No, it doesn't want to do that. That's weird. Okay, so one more time. Yep, there we go. And there are the rain bands off the south shore of Long Island and coastal New Jersey with a few heavier downpours in there. But again, it's tapered down just a little bit. Doesn't take away from the fact that this is a gloom and doom day, and we're going to have one more day to get through before weather conditions improve. WPC rainfall, additional rainfall from 8 a.m. this morning on the order of about a half an inch in the northern areas. So you get up into southern New England, the lower Hudson Valley. Then you move south, and you're looking at 3/4 of an inch to an additional 3/4 of an inch to an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. Just want to give you a look here on the surface map. I went back to Saturday when all of this was starting out. We had the remnants, some of the remnants of Ian go by, and I'll just move the maps along, and you'll see what happens here on that stationary boundary offshore. A new wave developed during Sunday, and you see it there trying to go out. It's just sort of jumping around. It looks like it's going to go out, and then all of a sudden the primary wave to the south takes over, and then we move into Monday, and you start to see this low off the Delmarva Peninsula. I'll move the map up a little further, and it's just basically been sitting there. If we move it through the current map, you'll notice that the low barely moves anywhere. The gradient has weakened a bit, so the winds are down, and that's good. We have various coastal flood advisories and coastal flood warnings for Long Island down the Jersey Shore into Delaware, and we will continue to see minor to moderate coastal flooding at high tides because with this persistent northeast wind, the water has had no chance really to get out. We've got to get that wind to turn around to the northwest, which it has done down in Delaware Bay and point southward a little more northerly along the New Jersey coast, but still running northeast over Long Island. And at times, along the coast, you get some gusts into the 30-mile-an-hour range or so. Now, let's get rid of it. The low is going to sit here for one more day. This is Wednesday morning. Still some rain around. And then Wednesday afternoon, you start to really see the rain pull out. Things start to dry out as the wave finally moves to the east. While we're still under all this cloud cover and the onshore wind, temperatures are not going to be much out of the 50s at all, probably on the lower end of the 50s in many locations. But then by Thursday, we'll see decreasing clouds and increasing sun. I think we'll see temperatures climb up into the upper 60s and low 70s, and we'll probably be in the low 70s on Friday. But we've got a cold front that's coming through. And this front might produce a shower as it goes by, but there's a very large high coming down from Canada with some rather cool air. If you're going to see temperatures not out of the 50s, you want to have it this time of year with sunshine. You don't want to have it with these very damp conditions, and that's what we'll probably have on Saturday. The front will move by, maybe a shower or two Friday evening as the front moves through, and then the big high builds in for Saturday. I think we'll have a really nice weekend of sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. 50s on Saturday for highs, and then probably upper 50s to lower 60s on Sunday before a little weaker front comes in. And we're going to stay on the cool side for the start of next week. Later next week, just a quick look at the long range, you'll see another front with another big high coming down out of Canada, and that could produce some showers at the end of next week, followed by a rather chilly air mass that'll be building into the eastern part of the United States, and that's for next weekend. So this pattern we're in, this very cool pattern, continues right into mid-month. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website OmniTrueValue.com. So tune in tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, where you'll see this low in pretty much the same spot. And we'll have the latest satellites and radars. We'll look at the short, medium, and long range. And we'll also take a look at the short and long range of the tropics. So that's tonight at 7:30.